Greetings YouTube, this is Southern Raised Atheist. Just wanted to do a little quick video here. I'm going to be reading from a script, so I won't be staring at the camera the whole time, so I apologize for that. I guess I'm going to have to work out a better way of doing videos. I'm doing mine on a little MSI Win netbook. So here we go. It's about modern Christianity, and actually I guess not so much modern Christianity as it could be any of the Abrahamic religions. I understand that most of the followers of the Abrahamic religions do not promote killings, bombings, torture, stoning, but if the passages of these holy texts tell people to do this, stone adulterers, those who work on the Sabbath, if we don't change them or challenge those as being the Word of God, then we will always have people like the Phelps and the suicide bombers. I know of no movements in any of the Abrahamic religions that have any of these passages removed. I've heard that some of the printings of the Talmud have famous rabbis' sayings and thoughts about the text are in the margins. Perhaps a labeling of the parts that are to be taken as stories of parables would help with this, and some of them need to just be marked as pure human hatred. After the 9/11 attacks, many people had complained at the lack of outrage by the moderate Muslims. Yet whenever the Phelps protest at a funeral, the most people say is, oh, they're not true Christians. But what these people are doing and what they are saying are in the text that they proclaim to follow. And unless the passages that promote this hate, bigotry, and violently are clearly marked as not being in the Word of God, but the word of people who were the products of their times, and we will always have these true followers doing their best to drag us back to the Dark Ages so that the Word of God could be followed instead of science, learning, enlightenment, and reason. I used to work with a young Earth creationist. One day I found a comic, and I think it might actually have been from Answers in Genesis, and it showed a family sitting around a house, and the daughter saying she's going to have an abortion, the mother was going to have an affair, the son had just murdered someone, and the father's like, oh, it doesn't matter, evolution, there is nothing to hold us accountable. And I was laughing at just how ridiculous that was, and I didn't know he was a young Earth creationist. I knew he was a Christian, but not a yak, as I called him. And then he was like, yes, that's absolutely correct, and I was just stunned. I mean, I just couldn't believe that anyone could actually believe that that was a valid viewpoint, but there it was. And because of the discussions with him about young Earth creations, about evolution and science and education, I started looking up stuff online. I found videos, watched Thunderfoot, Don Exodus, Andromeda Swag, Stuttering Dave, and the list just keeps growing. And the more I saw about young Earth creationists versus evolution, or just evolution, just how much evidence is out there, the fossil record, the genetics, retroviral. I mean, it's just out there. It's so huge that the young Earth creations are pretty much just sticking their fingers in their ear, closing their eyes, and la la la, I can't hear you. I also got to watch some of the school board meetings of places like Kentucky and Ohio where they were trying to get young Earth creationists into the school systems, and just seeing the people, like students, getting up saying, oh, the United States of America was founded as a Christian nation, we need to go back to God. There's no, you would have even adults standing up there saying that nowhere in the Constitution or Bill of Rights is there anything that can be construed as separation of church and state. I mean, I just can't wrap my head around that. I mean, science works. When you turn on the light switch, the lights come off. If I turn it on, they go off. I'm making a video that's going to be viewed by people on YouTube. I'm going to upload it through cable. I mean, all of that is science. And the same science that lets all of this happen is the same science that brought us evolution, that brought us plate tectonics. I mean, just science works. If we do not remove the ammunition that's keeping these people scared that if they believe in it, or you can't even believe in evolution, there's proof. You just acknowledge and accept evolution. And until we remove those texts from these Bibles and the Talmud and the Quran, we're always going to have the suicide bombers. We're always going to have the whack jobs who believe that God is speaking to them and that everyone else is doing it wrong. So, I mean, we've got to do something to change the fact that with these texts, they can validate their viewpoints. If anyone has any questions on this or thoughts, would really be interested in getting into some dialogue about this. Please feel free to post a comment, post a video. My comments ratings are wide open. As soon as I figure out how to auto allow video comments, I will. Otherwise, I will approve all of them, even if they're, a different view. I hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving, and hopefully you have a good weekend. Take care.